Hello and welcome to the first in a series of Google Stadia instructional videos from the Renaissance Men. Welcome, my name is Stuart Garrard and I'm a fan of Google Stadia. As you may or may not know, watching the podcast over the last few months, that I like cloud gaming. I love the concept of cloud gaming, and Google Stadia is my preferred method of, playing games through the cloud. But it feels to me that there isn't much knowledge out there of what actually Google Stadia is as a service and what it provides to us, the end user. So, I have in my hands a Premier Edition. This is effectively the retail bundle for Google Stadia. You can get a newer unit, but that doesn't come in this kind of distinct packaging. You can see a review of the Chromecast Ultra with Google TV on the channel. If you look through the other Google Stadia content from the Renaissance Men, you'll find a review of the Chromecast Ultra with Google TV. But this Premier Edition comes with a Google Stadia controller. It comes with a Chromecast Ultra and various other bits and pieces. But what this first video is going to do is going to explore what is the Premier Edition. It's going to unpack the Premier Edition, and it's going to show setting up the Premier Edition. So for anyone new to Google Stadia, this will probably be the retail unit that they purchase or will be offered to them. And so I thought it'd be interesting and probably useful for a lot of people just to see the process of unpacking the unit, seeing what components are inside and setting it up as well. So what exactly is Google Stadia? Google Stadia is a cloud-based video game system. Essentially, the video game that you play via your TV isn't played through local hardware. You are streaming a video stream from a remote server owned by Google to your TV, and you control the game, sending signals back to the server with the Google Stadia controller, which is connected via Wi-Fi. There is hardly any latency. Obviously, there is more latency than if you were playing a local console. So if you were playing your PlayStation 5 and you had that console in your living room and your controller in your hands was connected to that console, then the time it takes for you to move your character in game will be less than if you were playing the same game on Google Stadia. With cloud game, you don't have to, your games are always updated. They're always available to you. You don't have to download the games. They are just always available to you in Google's cloud storage for you to play whenever you want. So there are obviously advantages to gaming in the cloud. I'm going to unbox this Premier Edition now. So here we have. I actually got this free via a promotion that Stadia have been running. As I let my Stadia Pro membership lapse, which is their membership service where they offer you free games each month and offer you a certain level of performance from Stadia. By paying £8.99 per month, you get access to 4K video streams and 7.1 surround sound. You also get offered a number of games free to keep as long as your membership is maintained. But I let that lapse, and Google in the UK were doing an offer whereby they were offering you a free Premier Edition if you resubscribed to Stadia Pro. So I took them up on that. So for £8.99, I have got this Premier Edition, which I believe is now $69.99 value. So what do you get for your money? Well, let's open this up. So I have my trusty blade, and you'll probably already noticed the difference between this and the other, the unboxing of the Chromecast with Google TV, which is the newer Chromecast, the latest version of the Chromecast, they are packaged separately. So although they are selling a bundle as such of the new Chromecast with a Stadia controller, they are, the packages are separate of themselves. This is a retail product within itself, so it's the Premier Edition, and this is what it comes with. There we go. So here we get the clearly white, I nearly said PlayStation, clearly white Google controller. It's a lovely controller. I love this controller. Powered by USB, charges via USB. And like I say, this will hook up to your Wi-Fi network. And this is something really unique to Google Stadia. The controller connects via Wi-Fi directly to the server blade that Google provide, therefore really lowering that latency. So there we go, there is the Google Stadia controller. I'll put that to one side. Also in the pack we get a standard USB-C AC adapter and USB-C to USB type A charging cable. So that is for your controller. Essentially this charges your controller. We also get various documentation, which I don't think we particularly need to see. We also get obviously the Chromecast Ultra itself, which connects via HDMI to your TV and then charges via micro USB to the included this is awkward, bear with me. So this is the charger for the Chromecast Ultra, and what's good about this is this comes with the Chromecast. Google, in their infinite wisdom, decided not to include well, no, tell a lie, there is a charger, but this can be connected via Ethernet, which is key. And for me, I would always prefer an Ethernet connection when playing or using a cloud-based service like Google Stadia. Any kind of streaming, I would much prefer to go with my Ethernet. And with the newer Chromecast, Google supply just a standard AC plug. They do not supply a plug that can be fitted with a Chromecast. A plug that could be fitted with an Ethernet. I do apologise. So there's the packaging for the Google Stadia Premier Edition. What I will be doing is showing you how to set this up in your house, and that will form the basis for this video. It's getting the system set up to a point where you can start to play a game. Your first step is to unpack the Chromecast Ultra, remove the retail packaging and insert the HDMI into a 4K compatible HDMI slot on your TV, like so. Taking your AC adapter, plug it into your standard electrical outlet and plug the micro USB into the end of the Chromecast Ultra. I highly recommend at this point plugging in your Ethernet cable to your Chromecast Ultra power socket, like so. That will give you the best optimum connection to the Google servers. You now need to download the Google Home app. To do this, head into the Play Store or iOS Store, search for Google Home, download. You will see on your home screen a Setup Chromecast Ultra button. Click on this. You will be asked to create a home within Google Home. Otherwise, you will be asked to select the home that you wish to add the Chromecast Ultra to. In this case, I will be adding a new home. You can name your home any which way you wish. And you can input your address. Google Home will look for the available devices, in this case the Chromecast Ultra. Make sure that the name of the Chromecast Ultra here matches what is showing on your TV screen at this point. At this point, you will be able to enter in your Wi-Fi connection details. Alternatively, as I'm using an Ethernet connection, the Chromecast Ultra connects automatically. You can choose whether you wish to share your device statistics and crash reports with Google to improve the experience, and you can label this device to a particular room in your Google Home. At this point, the Chromecast Ultra will link to your Google account, or you would be invited to sign into your Google account at this point. Here are a few important messages before you sign up to using your Chromecast Ultra. And at this point, the Chromecast will be updated to the latest firmware. You will then be invited to set up your Stadia controller, and to do this you will need to download the Stadia app. Click on the Go to Stadia button in the bottom right hand here to download the app, or open the app if already installed. Here you will be invited to connect a PlayStation or Xbox controller, which can be used with Google Stadia. However, I would always recommend using the included Stadia controller. To begin connecting your controller, click the Connect Controller button, select Stadia controller, and then press the Stadia button on your Stadia controller. This will turn on your controller, and the app should then find your controller. You may need to hit refresh at this point. So here we have, the app has found the Stadia controller and is asking us to connect to Wi-Fi. So click on this button. The app will ask if the controller is vibrating, in which case you can confirm that it is. It will ask you about the microphone privacy and sharing diagnostics. It will ask you to connect to your local Wi-Fi, at which point you can enter your Wi-Fi password. At this point you will probably get a software update to complete. Your controller will then restart, and the app will ask you to confirm once the restart has been completed, which is indicated by a blinking white light. You're now ready to link your controller to your Chromecast Ultra. There will be a code on your TV screen at this point, so if you copy the code on the screen on your controller will be connected. Doing this one-handed is quite tricky, but once you input the code, your controller will vibrate and you'll get a message to say that your controller is now linked to the Chromecast Ultra. So you press A to continue. You can now add your Google account to the Chromecast Ultra by using your phone. So within the Stadia app, if you click on the right hand icon in the top corner, add account to Chromecast, and then select your listed Chromecast. This will add your account to the Chromecast Ultra and will mean that whenever you turn on the Stadia controller, you will be automatically logged in to that system. At this point, we're now ready to press the A button on the controller, choose our account, and we'll be logged in to Stadia. It's worth noting that you don't get much charge from your controller out of the box. There we go. So I can now use my controller to scroll through my list of available games. Let's try and get this both in shot. And let's, for example, let's click on Arc. As this is the first time playing, I probably have to click through a few safety notices or account notices, so apologies for that, but there we are. We are playing Ark via the cloud. Select a server. Oh, hold on, what am I doing? Let's pick a server. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I just want to... How does one get in the game? Resume. Yeah, that'll do. What, randomise it? Yeah, that's fine. Create a new survivor. And here we are. We're in Ark. And we're playing this purely through the power of the cloud. Stunning. There we go. So there we are. That is setting up Google Stadia. Hopefully you found this interesting and useful, and it's answered a few questions, fears, thoughts, worries. I don't know. Hopefully it may inspire you to go out and try the system. But for reference, I run a let's say around a 60 meg internet line of Sky, UK based ISP, and Stadia works flawlessly for me. I would say I would always recommend using an Ethernet cable, as I've mentioned throughout this video. It can be known to stutter and whatnot, you know, just basic Wi-Fi interference that you may expect to receive on any device, to be honest with you. So I would always be an advocate for an Ethernet connection. But yeah, this is if you're struggling to get a PS5 or an Xbox Series, Google Stadia really is a great alternative, and there's some fantastic games on that service. We'll have more Google Stadia content from the Renaissance Men. I'll probably be doing continuing this series of instructional videos, but hopefully this proves useful to some. If you're new to the channel, please give us a like and subscribe. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/groups/RenaissanceCast, or on Twitter @RenaissanceCast. Yeah, hope to see you in the cloud sometime. Take care and goodbye.